Nancy Cortez is on Capitol Hill. She joins us now. So Nancy, walk us through this. What opposition will Judge Gorsuch face on Capitol Hill from Democrats, and how do Republicans try to push it?
Well, you have a handful of Democrats, Rena, who have already come out and said that they will be voting against Judge Gorsuch. They say that they don't like his record when it comes to women's reproductive rights. They don't like his record when it comes to defending corporations versus the rights of private individuals, and they're going to vote no. But the vast majority of Democrats say that they've got concerns, they've got questions, and they want to hear more before they make up their minds. So the question is, how much opposition do they raise to this particular nominee? We learned this morning that the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, who is Chuck Grassley of Iowa, is going to hold hearings on the nominee in about 6 weeks, which is pretty common because before that can take place, he gets hit with an avalanche of questions that he needs to answer in written form that the members of the Senate Judiciary Committee will pore over before he goes before them. The reality is that unless Democrats really want to take this fight as far as it can go, they don't have very many options, and that nuclear option is looming, and that's something, frankly, that's a little scary to Democrats and Republicans alike.
Nancy, as you know, Judge Gorsuch won unanimous approval by the Senate when he was up for appeals court judge back in 2006. Chuck Schumer was among those senators who approved him, including a young senator from Illinois, Barack Obama. So how much of this opposition by the Democrats is sort of a tit for tat, in spite, some might say, for the Republicans blocking President Obama's nominee, Merrick Garland?
Well, there is genuine anger that remains among Democrats over this nomination. They believe that this is a stolen seat. That's what they call it, because President Obama first named someone to the Supreme Court about a year ago, Merrick Garland, who never even got a hearing in committee, let alone a vote. And so they're extremely angry. They are spoiling for a fight. They've got a lot of liberal groups pressuring them not to give in as well. But beyond that, a Supreme Court nominee is always going to get more scrutiny than an appeals court judge. The Democrats who voted for him when he was up for that position back in 2006 probably didn't spend a lot of time looking at his record, and they knew that somebody who was up for that kind of role, might one day make it to being Supreme Court nominee, and that they'd have another chance to look at him then. And so, Democrats say that they have a right to scrutinize his record and to ask questions. Republicans argue they are simply trying to throw obstacles in the way, the same way that Republicans say they're doing when it comes to a lot of these cabinet picks.
Nancy Cortez on Capitol Hill. Nancy, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.